It's our family tradition to cook dinner together. That's why we never sit at the table until everybody's home. After dinner is over, everybody gets doing their own things. There isn't much more to do besides watching TV or reading a book or a magazine. Sometimes, when I have a tough day at work, I like to run a bubble bath, put on some music, and just relax, letting my worries float away. Sometimes I may have a glass of wine or two uh, while having a bath, taking a bath. My wife usually calls her friend and gossips about her colleagues for hours. If you want to learn about the latest news, just listen to her speech. Uh, my wife is an incredible source of information. Every time I check on my eldest son, he is pretending doing he pretends to do he pretends to be doing his homework and buries his head in a course book whenever I open the door to his room. But I know he stays up late playing computer games. You know, he is he's now uh, going through uh, going through a stage where he's more interested in computers and girls than in his academic achievements. Interested in computers and girls than his academic achievements. Oh, these teenagers. My only hope is our daughter. She's in the third grade and she always does her homework diligently. And she dreams of becoming a scientist. We'll see. The only thing I really enjoy is putting our youngest son to sleep. My wife and I take turns reading books to him until he falls asleep. I turn off the light, then I turn off the light, brush my teeth, and go to sleep, go to bed. I'm a heavy sleeper. I snore very loudly, and my wife, she's a light sleeper, has to go to bed before me. She sets the alarm clock for 7 a.m. and says good night to me and falls asleep immediately. When there's stress or tension at work, I tend to have sleepless nights. I toss and turn, yawn a lot, but just but I still stay awake. So I have to put a sleeping pill then, after all. Sometimes our daughter wakes up in the middle of the night from a nightmare. She crawls into our bed as she cannot fall asleep on her own.